So welcome back to our YouTube channel if you're catching us here or you're catching on as our coach by a JDD Fitness podcast. So the weather here is getting hotter. Are you training in hot weather? Here's how to keep your results without falling off and burning out. So as I've just said, it's definitely heating up. And there's two things that happen. People either one, slow down, or two, they completely fall off plan when the sun's out. The beer garden, the holidays get the better of them. But the truth is, you don't just need to train less if the weather's hot. What you need to do is train smarter. So you need to be smarter with your training. And that's today what I want to break down is how I personally train, eat, hydrate and recover in the hot weather so that you can stay on track without having the full crash where you fall off. And that's where we'll start. So part one, the training adjustments. So training when it's hot. Because it's hot, it doesn't mean you have to stop training completely. What it means is you adapt. And that's what we do, we adapt and overcome. On a personal level, I'm not a fan of forcing intense sessions when the weather is 25 degrees plus, especially outside. This is what I want to do. Personally, I train before 8, 9, 10 o'clock in the morning or later in the evening after 5, 6 o'clock when the sun is cooler. I'll reduce my intensity that I'm training at, more every minute on the minutes, hybrid blocks, keeping it shorter. So I'll still maintain the volume of training that I'm working at, but I'll just adjust the load so it's more controlled, less sweat, less reps, and less ego lifting. Because just because you're sweating a little bit less, it doesn't mean less progress. When it comes to summer, it's not around smashing yourself, getting injured, trying to do too much. It's about showing up and being smart, staying ahead of the game. So now we took control of our training. Number 2 is eating. So when the weather is hot, if your appetite drops, this is what I do to make sure, one, performance is fueled, but we're staying near our macros. So when it is hot, what I do is I don't force big meals that you may have in winter. You want to make this switch. You want light, cold, protein-focused meals. So a couple of examples that you may find in my diet plan at the minute. Stuff like chicken, rice bowls, tuna pasta that's got stuff like lemon, low-fat mayo in it, Greek yogurt, protein, berries, wraps, chicken, salad, stuff like that. And you might ask, why do I have stuff like this? Number 1, it's easy to digest. Number 2, it's light on the stomach. And number 3, you're still going to hit your target. If you fuel right, you're going to feel right, which means performance is going to be much better. If you can stay on the groove around training, around nutrition, you're going to perform much better, you're more likely to carry it on, and you're going to see much better consistency, much better sessions, much better results, which you're going to have better performance. So for me, the most important thing is hydration. Are you tired? Are you flat, foggy, low in energy? Probably not your training. Ultimately, you're dehydrated. When it comes to the summertime, hydration isn't optional. It's a performance tool and it's a necessity. You need to ensure hydration levels are high. So personally, I make sure I have 3 to 4 litres per day. First thing in the morning, electrolytes to help replenish because you're going to be dehydrated in the morning. I ensure that I have a 2 litre bottle with me so I can track progress and make sure that I'm drinking enough water. Make sure that it becomes part and parcel of your routine. Because if you're not fueling, you're going to be dehydrated, you're more likely to eat then, you're more likely to have poor performance, you're more likely to cramp, you're more likely to have injury, and it's going to be a negative path that it leads down. So if I can give you one tip in the summer, make sure hydration is even higher than before. And a plus one, if you're supplementing creatine, you need to make sure you're having even more water, because what creatine is going to do is absorb water to the muscles, which can lead to dehydration. So make sure you have even more water. So when it gets this time of year, the main thing for me is there's no need to try and find fancy supplements and pay for things left, right and centre. We have it everywhere. Water. Make sure you nail that as number 1, because without that, all the other things are not beneficial. And we're not, as I said earlier, trying to chase perfection all the time. If you just turn up through the summer, you can gain 70, 80% and consistently do that, you can still hit the beer garden, you can still hit holidays, you can still hit barbecues, you can still all do that. But if you're constantly turning up, you're staying in a little bit of routine, come September, come the autumn, you're going to be ahead of the curve. Year on year, I get people coming to me in September saying the 6-week holidays has ruined me. I've been away, I've eaten, I've drank, and I'm in a worse shape than I were come last January. And it's just a reoccurring cycle. So now is the time to make sure you're prioritising the basics, the nutrition, the training, the walking, the hydration, 70 to 80% of the time. Just turn up, and consistency is miles better than falling off completely. Try and stay in that routine, stay ahead of the curve. And as I said, we still want enjoyment, because if we don't have enjoyment, what is the point of doing it? But just stay ahead and you will be thankful for it, because also when you feel better, you'll perform better, you'll train better, you'll see consistency and you'll see results, but you'll still be able to enjoy yourself at the same time. So I hope you've taken from today's video that you don't need to be perfect, especially when the weather's like this. You just need to make a few adjustments. What you do in the winter is going to be completely different to what you do now. They're two different things. And if you want a plan that's going to be suited around you, your lifestyles, your goals, your enjoyment, the time of year, not everything's perfect. You can't find a perfect plan on the internet that's going to be thankful for you. Ultimately, things need to change month by month. Things need to change around your circumstances, and you can't just Google that. You need something that is bespoke for you. So if you do want any more information on that, go and check out our website, www.jdfitness.com, or drop us a comment, drop us a private message. What do you want to see? Today we've covered hydration, the importance, nutrition, training, how to adapt to the hot weather, but let me know and I can include it. So week by week, you'll see our YouTube dropping 7 p.m. on a Sunday, 8 a.m. on a Monday morning for our podcast. So same time next week, I'll see you there. Other than that, remember, consistency, performance, training, nutrition, just showing up 70-80% is the way forward. We're not striving for perfection, especially in the summertime.